Hello everybody, Pinstripe here, welcome back to the Hogs of War League. We've had a very busy one, lots of fixtures going on. This first week kicked off with Bobby versus Raging Looney, Mascatino versus Crumble, Iron Fox versus AxeB94, Caster versus ADB95, and me versus Herbdub. So let's get the quickfire matches out the way first, with Mascatino taking a convincing victory against Crumble. Hillock was our starting point, but throughout the match, Mascatino seemed pretty confident with his top-heavy sapper lineup. Crumble did try to respond with some paratrooper jetpack tactics, but it ended in vain as Mascatino took the first game with 3 picks remaining. Their second match on Square Off followed suit, with Mascatino dominating right from the get-go, taking as many pillboxes and pickups as possible, which ultimately led to him taking the win. My own match against Herbdub went smoothly than I thought it would. The main talking point from our game was whether the Orderly's Tranquilizer strategy is really a viable approach in competitive. I mean, we've seen it an awful lot already, but as you saw on our second match on Hedge Maze, Herbdub ended up blocking my own Orderly with his use of his 3 Tranquilizers, but by doing so, I was able to then capitalize elsewhere on the map, and eventually it ended up as a 2 versus 1 situation. Even if he did end up killing my Orderly before I was able to trank him, I was still in a strong position with my Paratrooper. It's a focal point that I'll be keeping an eye on throughout the course of the league, as currently the competitive meta seems to centre around having an Orderly high up in the lineup and then immediately trying to seek out the enemy Orderly or Grenadier and tranking them. Elsewhere, Iron Fox was able to dispatch AxeB94 on Ice Flow and Pigs in Space, however this match was having some connection issues. I must reiterate to all players that currently there is no rule on who should be hosting any given fixture. It doesn't matter who player 1 or player 2 is, as long as one of you can host, or as long as you can get a third person to host. If your internet isn't good enough, then that's all that matters. I'll be interested to see if AxeB94 can bounce back in his second match this week. As always, we are trying to aim with this league to provide matches that run as smoothly as possible, both in terms of connectivity and gameplay. Meanwhile, the huge showdown between Caster and ADB kicked off this week, with ADB looking to get revenge after the rank up tournament back in July. Unfortunately though, it was not to be, with Caster managing to come back after going 1-0 down on Bridge the Gap. He managed to pull it off on One Way System and Pig in Hell. But the big surprise in this first week was the matchup between Bobby and Raging Looney, the very first game of the league. 2 players who none of us have seen previously competing in competitive play. It looked like it was all heading Bobby's way as he won the first game easily on Graveyard Shift, but after a sudden slip on Chill Hill...
You want to group up for the... Oh god, no!
Oh,
no,
yes,
no.
yes, yes, yes! Haha!
Now I'm stuck over there now. That's a failure taste.
It looked like his nerves were starting to creep in, and then this happened.
I don't know why I did this. I'm gonna make a stupid move. Take this.
That's a hit. 38.
Please go into mines or something. Please go in some mines or something.
Oh,
Yes!
God, there he is.
No! Yes! 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 Victory is mine!
Oh god! 6-8-3 victory!
So it came down to the third and final game, which ended with both players being down to a single pig each. Both players had the opportunity to win, but Raging Looney managed to take the win, giving him his first 3 points. So after the first week, the league table has Iron Fox leading the charge, followed by Mascatino and myself. Below that is Caster and Raging Looney, followed by the rest of the group. For the moment, things are pretty even in terms of points, but over the next few weeks we should start to see more detail and things leveling out in terms of players' positions. There are 45 matches to go in total, and as I said, I'll be keeping an eye on the use of the Tranquilizer strategy, along with positioning, which seems to be a key factor in a lot of the matches from this week. So that is the recap for week 1 of the Hogs of War League. The upcoming fixtures for this week are as follows. We have Caster versus Crumble, AxeB94 versus Mascatino, Raging Looney versus Iron Fox, me versus Bobby, and ADB95 versus Herbdub. I hope you guys are looking forward to this week's matches as much as I am. Hope you can check out the matches that you may have missed so far. And in the meantime, I will catch you guys later for the next one.
This is a certified hood classic.